I had the chance to quickly test the Ensis Waltz, and it's a very interesting board because it's made from Swiss people for, I guess, also Swiss conditions. Shout out to Balz Müller and Michael Neff for quickly borrowing me the board, and you can see it with my normal Crusader. You can see, since it's a hardboard, the shape is much more precise. You see the rails are much sharper, of course. I was very happy to test this board. Once, because it's made by Swiss people for Swiss conditions, and it should be an all-rounder that you could go light wing foiling with the subfoiling, flat water paddle up, and of course downwinders. And for lakes, you don't need like a really long board, because the wave setup is not like long waves with long periods, but it's more like short and a lot of waves if you go downwind foiling on a lake. So I wanted to try it, and I was also interested how much better is a hardboard. And keep in mind that I didn't manage the flat water paddle up so far, so this is more from a bloody beginner, the feeling and how it behaves. I would say the hardboard is a bit more stable and the control is a bit better. From paddling really hard trying to get up, I didn't notice that great difference to the to my Hype Crusader, which is inflatable. I really thought that it would be much easier, but it's still difficult, of course. And at least in my beginner state, the difference between a hardboard and an inflatable is not that crazy. And I would say this inflatable board, like the Hype Crusader, is very hard, kind of, if you pump it up to 20 psi. You have a little bit of an advantage, but while pumping up, I didn't notice that much difference. I guess if you're pro at it, you will probably feel a difference between the Hype Crusader and the hardboard, for sure. But so far in my state, it didn't make such a great difference. What is better for sure with the hardboard is that you can make the deck concave, so if you're better foot stand. With the inflatable board, I noticed the inserts for the foot straps, which are not that great, but it's also not bothering too much. And so far I think it's a great board. It has a very great design, and it's also, the sizes are, I think, very good for like Swiss conditions. But I need way more practice to really tell you what's the best board. But I was really glad I could test it and to get my first impression. All in all, this is my 6th session. There wasn't so much progress. I then later changed to my Hype Crusader and pumped. It's kind of hard, it's kind of difficult, but I guess someday I will make it. If you have any thoughts, any questions, if you've tried other boards, then feel free to share it in the comments. Feel free to ask questions. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, for liking, subscribing. Have a great day, and may the foil be with you always.